What was weird about Antarctica?
There's nothing there. So if you want to go see the emperor penguins or all of the wildlife that is available, you can't go to the interior of Antarctica, which is where we were.
While many regard Antarctica as an icy wasteland, a recent drone overflight has uncovered shocking evidence of hidden activities in this remote continent. Joe Rogan and Elon Musk have finally shed light on what the government has tried to keep buried. Their revelations surprisingly and terrifyingly align with claims made by former Navy SEAL Eric Hecker, who exposed the development of covert offense capabilities in Antarctica.
That there are technologies at the South Pole Station that people can't even consider that exist on this planet.
But what exactly is being hidden in Antarctica? And why does the government want us to believe it's just an icy wasteland? Join us as we uncover the truth behind the IceCube Neutrino Observatory and what's happening in the heart of Antarctica. Joe Rogan and Elon Musk's revelation. Something mysterious is happening in Antarctica, a place many consider the last frontier of our world. While the government has made many efforts to restrict our access to this lonely continent, a recent drone overflight has revealed a lot. Fortunately, Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, two of the most futuristic men of our time, have corroborated the revelations made by the drone. If you think Antarctica is just a barren, icy wasteland, prepare for the mind-blowing revelations ahead. According to Joe Rogan, there is a facility hidden under the crushing ice sheets of Antarctica, officially called the IceCube Neutrino Observatory. According to government claims, it is a scientific wonder, a project of international cooperation aimed at unlocking the secrets of the universe. But thanks to revelations from people like former Navy SEAL Eric Hecker and the keen minds of Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, a much darker and unsettling truth has begun to emerge. The big revelation began when a drone incident changed everything. Unlike other remote activities in the Antarctica region, this particular event caught the attention of Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. While the details of the incident are still classified, what we do know is that a drone, operating near the IceCube facility, recorded something unusual. It wasn't the first time drones had been used in the region. Government agencies and research groups have long used them for surveillance and monitoring purposes, but this time, the drone's sensors picked up something far beyond the ordinary scope of their operations. The signal it transmitted back was unlike anything that could be easily explained. Luckily, this shocking event aligns with the revelations Heckler made on the Joe Rogan show. With his massive social media platform, Rogan did not spare any effort in dissecting difficult and controversial topics such as these drone sightings. That is not all. Rogan also brings experts on the show. When Rogan first brought up Hecker's bombshell claims about IceCube on his podcast, the response was explosive. But it was not just Rogan's voice that gave this story wings. Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul with an interest in everything from space travel to AI, added credibility to the claims. Musk is particularly concerned about the potential implications of such high-tech facilities and the risks of such technology falling into the wrong hands. So, what exactly are we talking about here? The story began in 2005. Heckler was hired to work on the IceCube Neutrino Observatory project as a contractor for Raytheon, the powerful defense technology company.
I would say that Raytheon is a military-industrial contractor that normally is making weapons and targeting systems for the military, and oddly enough had a contract to provide JANO services at the South Pole Station.
While most of the world saw IceCube as a noble scientific venture to study the universe, Hecker's experiences raised questions that many felt uncomfortable asking. What exactly is being built under the ice? And why is the US government so secretive about what's happening at this remote location? And perhaps most alarming, what is the true purpose of the advanced technology being used there? The story behind the IceCube project was simple. Create a large array of detectors buried deep in the Antarctic ice, where neutrinos could pass through undisturbed. Scientists could then use these to study the history of the universe and how matter reacts. Surprisingly, the project was sponsored by an international coalition at a staggering $270 million price tag. That is not all. Rogan revealed that the collaboration includes some of the world's most technologically advanced countries: the United States, Germany, Sweden, the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, and Belgium. But despite the glitzy surface-level explanations, Hecker's claims suggest that the facility might have been hiding something far more sinister. According to Hecker, the project was not just a research initiative. The facility was equipped with capabilities far beyond anything the public had been told. Hecker believes that the IceCube detectors have been modified for purposes that go beyond studying neutrinos. He claims that the technology can be used to generate large amounts of power, manipulate natural phenomena, and even trigger earthquakes. This information, if true, would suggest that the IceCube facility is not just a passive scientific instrument, but a tool capable of controlling elements of nature itself. Rogan, with his trademark curiosity and skepticism, pressed Hecker on every detail, asking pointed questions. But the deeper he went, the more mysterious Heckler's claims sounded. Rogan asked Heckler why he thought IceCube was more than just a scientific project. He also pressed him to explain the types of technology deployed there. According to Heckler, IceCube had lots of unusual equipment. This wasn't just a research station. It was a highly specialized military-grade installation, capable of using its infrastructure for weaponized purposes. Hecker also explained the extensive logistics and infrastructure that support the military activities conducted at the facility. According to him, the outpost was equipped with libraries, specialized indoor spaces for equipment maintenance, and even a blue ice runway that could accommodate large aircraft, such as the Boeing 757. These features suggest that the facility was deliberately designed to facilitate covert operations. Antarctica is not the inhospitable, barren wasteland they want us to believe. While Rogan was busy unpacking Hecker's claims and pushing for transparency, Musk also offered his opinion on the technological aspects of IceCube, investigating Heckler's claims. Elon Musk is no stranger to advanced technology and military defense systems. According to Musk, there are secretive government initiatives, particularly in the realm of space and defense technologies. Musk had always advocated for transparency in scientific efforts, particularly those funded by taxpayers. He also expressed concern about the unchecked power that large organizations, both governmental and private, can wield when they control advanced technologies. Heckler claimed in his interview that IceCube coils also be a frontal for extraterrestrial research. Elon Musk agreed that efforts should be made in space exploration and make humans adapt to life on other planets apart from Earth. However, he wants an open approach to such scientific research. Heckler is not the first to raise an alarm over suspicious activities in Antarctica. According to paranormal researcher Billy Carson, Antarctica holds dark secrets under its icy terrain. Former astronaut Buzz Aldrin has also raised alarms that potentially dangerous beings were present within the remote reaches of Antarctica. Adding to these scary claims, there have been reports of mysterious tunnels and unexplained phenomena emerging from the region. Based on his experiences, Heckler also told Rogan that both government and scientific institutions are deliberately concealing evidence of extraterrestrial activity in Antarctica. According to him, these activities are far advanced than our capabilities and technology. Meanwhile, Kevin Kay, a leading scientist at NASA's Ames Research Center, claims that alien life could be thriving in our oceans. He mentioned that we've only explored a mere 5% of our oceans. Kevin also argues on the podcast that the largely unreached underwater bodies like Antarctica might offer the perfect hiding place for extraterrestrial beings. For centuries, the depths of the oceans have remained one of Earth's most abandoned frontiers. Many scientists and conspiracy theorists also believe that Antarctica could hold evidence of ancient civilizations or even alien technologies hidden under the ice. This aligns with some of Heckler's claims. According to Heckler, high-powered energy beams are under test in Antarctica. This aligns with fears that the project may be a cover for secret military experiments. Rogan's podcast became the perfect platform for discussing these suspicions, as Hecker and other whistleblowers began to shed light on the activities that may be taking place in Antarctica with taxpayers' money. After hearing Hecker's revelations, Rogan launched into a series of discussions, questioning the true purpose of the IceCube Neutrino Observatory and its implications for both science and national security. Joe Rogan's efforts to uncover the truth will shock you. Rogan invited experts in several fields to his podcast, from physics to military defense. They analyzed the official narrative given by the government on the IceCube project. Some of the experts on the show suggest that the observatory was designed as a dual-use technology. In case you've never heard about that, dual-use research is scientific research that also serves military purposes. The more Rogan questioned the experts, the clearer it became that something was being hidden under the icy surface. Experts invited to the show also included former military personnel, independent researchers, and even some academics, began to offer their insights into the broader implications of the IceCube project. Several questioned why such a vast, expensive facility was buried so far from public oversight, and why its operations were shrouded in secrecy. As Hecker's claims about the observatory's potential military uses gained traction, Rogan's investigations into the project expanded, and more listeners began to wonder, could this facility be part of a much larger geopolitical agenda? We are about to reveal the darker part of Heckler's revelations to Joe Rogan. You cannot miss this part. The dark side of science. Heckler told Rogan that the facility isn't just involved in developing physical weapons, it also develops advanced technologies that could be used for psychological manipulation and mind control. According to him, one such technology is called voice-to-skull. This directed energy weapon allows operators to send voices directly into a person's head. Hecker claims he saw tests of this system and believes it is already being used to influence thoughts and decisions, essentially controlling people without them even knowing. The implications of such technology are chilling. It could be used by governments or other groups to invade personal privacy and manipulate mental autonomy, some of the fears Elon Musk has always expressed. The scary part is that when these thoughts are implanted, the person believes they are their own, not realizing that external forces are behind them. Hecker also believes that the facility is working on other forms of surveillance technology that could destroy our freedoms. For example, one section of the facility is dedicated to developing social media algorithms designed to manipulate user behavior. According to Hecker, both of these technologies are forms of control, using human psychology to push people towards certain actions or beliefs through targeted and repetitive interventions. It doesn't matter whether or not you want it, the system keeps pushing those things to your screen. Experts also raised another important question of the show. If our government is working on developing these offensive capabilities, how sure are we that adversaries like China, Russia, Iran, or North Korea are not developing their own directed energy weapons or even deploying them against American personnel? If you think that is not possible, then you haven't heard about Havana syndrome. Directed energy weapons have been deployed against American embassy staff across the world. Attacks have been reported in Russia, Cuba, Brazil, China, and other locations across the world, with embassy staff complaining of migraine, disorientation, headaches, and hearing mysterious sounds. Alternatively, some suggest that the US government is testing these mysterious weapons on its staff, something the Senate would certainly find unacceptable. Regardless of who is behind the development, there is a clear need for greater transparency and regulation. If left unchecked, secretive research activities in Antarctica could pose a serious threat to our safety and well-being. As of January 2024, a satellite tracking website called Orbiting Now has reported over 8,377 active satellites orbiting the Earth. These satellites play a vital role in gathering information about our planet's clouds, oceans, land, and air. They also enable in-flight phone communications and play a vital role in connecting rural areas. However, an intriguing discovery emerged from a gravity mapping satellite. In 2018, researchers examining data from a satellite that had been inactive for 5 years stumbled upon remarkable findings that reshaped our knowledge of Antarctica's geological and geographical history. The discovery was made possible by the Gravity Field and Ocean Circulation Explorer (JOCE) satellite, launched by the European Space Agency in 2009. Over 4 years, the JOCE satellite meticulously mapped Earth's gravity field until its intentional destruction. Joe Rogan found it astonishing that this satellite contained gravity images that revolutionized our understanding of Antarctica. The new data provided further evidence that India, Australia, and Antarctica were once part of the same landmass called Gondwana, a subsection of the supercontinent Pangaea, over 180 million years ago. Today, remnants of this ancient continent lie hidden beneath Antarctica, presenting an unparalleled opportunity for exploration and the potential discovery of invaluable information. Number 19. Mystery of the Blood Falls, finally solved. Amongst the weirdest things that have been discovered in Antarctica, this might be the most shocking sight. The Blood Falls, mystery in the frozen continent's McMurdo Dry Valleys, has intrigued scientists for years. This crimson body of water, surrounded by white ice, has finally revealed its secret. Millions of years ago, as the Antarctic region changed, flooding occurred, forming lakes and pools. Cooling temperatures led to the formation of glaciers, trapping the water beneath layers of ice. Devoid of oxygen and isolated from the atmosphere, the water became rich in iron and highly salty. The iron oxidation in the brine, similar to rusting, gives it a striking crimson color. While the mystery of the Blood Falls hue has been unraveled, scientists acknowledge that much remains to be learned about the Blood Falls phenomenon.
Researchers also discovered iron-rich brine in the water, which oxidizes as soon as it makes contact with the oxygen in the air. This causes the waterfall to turn a red color.
Number 18. A wallet lost 53 years ago. You probably have lost your wallet at least once, but imagine losing it on a frozen planet with strange ties to Mars. Well, that's precisely what happened to retired Navy meteorologist Paul Grisham. After 53 years, workers on the White Continent contacted him, claiming they had found his wallet. So, how did it end up there? Let's go back over half a century ago when Paul was stationed in Antarctica during Operation Deep Freeze. From 1967 to 1968, he provided logistical support to civilian scientists on the continent. During the demolition of a building on Ross Island in 2014, Paul's wallet was discovered hidden behind a locker. Inside, it held items that captured moments from his life and Navy service, such as his Navy ID card, driver's license, beer ration punch card, and receipts for money orders he sent to his wife, among other things. Locating Paul, however, proved to be quite a challenge. The return of the wallet was made possible thanks to a group of amateur detectives who embarked on a weeks-long quest, exchanging emails, letters, and Facebook messages to track him down. When Paul was finally contacted, he was overjoyed. Interestingly, he couldn't even recall losing the wallet in the first place. He also shared fond memories of his time working on the icy continent. Number 17. 66 million years old fossil scientists sometimes encounter puzzling situations which seem to be devoid of logical explanations. Such was the case when researchers stumbled upon a fascinating reptile egg, estimated to be 66 million years old. Initially, the egg's true nature eluded them, earning it the nickname the Thing. Measuring 11 inches in length and 7 inches in width, it languished unidentified in Chile's National Museum for nearly a decade. Only recently, upon closer examination, did researchers realize its true identity as a giant egg, second in size only to the extinct elephant bird's egg. The egg is believed to have been laid by a mosasaur, an ancient sea lizard. The presence of nearby baby and adult mosasaur and plesiosaur skeletons suggests that the area may have served as a nursery. The egg's large size and delicate shell indicate unique reproductive adaptations associated with mosasaur gigantism. Scientists are still investigating whether the ancient reptile hatched on land or underwater, akin to modern sea snakes and turtles. It is truly remarkable how a single egg can unveil such revelations.
In 2018, a paleontologist suggested it might be an egg, but scans showed that there was no skeleton inside the egg. They tried to match it with a dinosaur's egg, but decided it wasn't. Then they suspected a link with mosasaurs.
Number 16. Rainforest and fossils. Speaking of signs of life, it's fascinating to consider that the Antarctic region was once home to rainforests. Given its current icy climate, it's hard to envision tropical trees and creatures thriving there. However, it is indeed possible. Before Antarctica became a frozen desert after the Ice Age, it was a warm tropical region teeming with lush rainforests. Some even speculate that civilizations thrived in this warm land until it was engulfed by ice. This theory gains support from the discovery of fossilized wood samples, tropical tree remnants, and leaf impressions, all of which provide evidence of past rainforests in the region. Additionally, scientists have unearthed numerous fossils of marine animals, birds, and even dinosaurs from the Cretaceous period, indicating a once warm environment. Furthermore, scattered fossils of a beetle species dating back 20 million years suggest a warm climate. These remarkable findings lead us to wonder if Antarctica might still conceal hidden rainforests, harboring unknown creatures, and possibly even civilizations within its depths. Number 15. Singing ice. In a surprising discovery, researchers in Antarctica stumbled upon a singing glacier. The expansive Ross ice shelf, which is roughly the size of France, emits an eerie and almost melodic sound. This unique phenomenon is a result of the winds sweeping across the snow dunes, causing them to collide and create vibrations that produce continuous seismic tones. Thus, the ice shelf is in a perpetual state of song. Although these sounds are not audible to human ears, scientists have utilized seismic sensors to listen to the haunting melodies. They describe the tunes as deeply sorrowful and melancholic, evoking a sense of terror. Initially, the singing was stumbled upon incidentally, as researchers were studying other behaviors of the ice shelf using seismic sensors. However, they have since realized that the song changes as the environment evolves. Consequently, they now employ the song as a means to monitor the stability and vulnerability of the ice shelf, keeping a close eye on any potential collapse indicated by alterations in the music's composition. This captivating discovery has raised intriguing questions about the possibility of glaciers one day producing songs that can be heard by human ears. Number 14. The Colossal Squid Expedition. The colossal squid is an incredible creature, known for its enormous size. It's believed to be one of the largest creatures in the ocean, growing over 46 feet long. The first specimens of this species were actually found in the stomach of a sperm whale back in 1925. But it wasn't until 2003 that a complete female colossal squid was discovered in the Ross Sea, measuring 18 feet long. This creature was once thought to be a mythical legend, but now an expedition is underway in Antarctica to learn more about it. The nonprofit organization Colossal is leading the expedition, using advanced subsea cameras and lighting systems developed by Subsea Imaging. They hope to answer important questions about the colossal squid, like its size, preferred habitat, breeding behavior, and the function of its massive eye. They're curious if the eye is used for offense, defense, or if it's attracted to light displays. They also want to understand how the squid uses bioluminescence. The timing of the expedition is significant, as it coincides with the 100th anniversary of the first discovery of the colossal squid in 1925. Number 13. A huge icefish colony. In the icy depths of Antarctica's Weddell Sea, scientists made an extraordinary discovery during a routine analysis of the seafloor. They stumbled upon an immense colony of fish nests, the largest ever observed. This sprawling nest covered an area of approximately 240 square kilometers, 92 square miles. The nests themselves were meticulously constructed, measuring 15 centimeters deep and 75 centimeters in diameter, with a distinctive arrangement of small stones amidst the muddy seabed. Each nest cradled anywhere between 1,500 to 2,500 eggs, often protected by an adult icefish. The research team, initially astonished, spent the following 4 days documenting an astounding number of over 60 million active nests. To put the size of this colony into perspective, it is nearly as vast as Orlando, Florida. This discovery holds significant implications for the local food chain, as these fish serve as a crucial food source for Weddell seals. Surprisingly resilient, these creatures have antifreeze in their bloodstream, making them among the hardiest inhabitants of this region of the ocean. Number 12. World's oldest pyramids. Imagine this. When we think of pyramids, our minds naturally wander to Egypt, with its warm climate and ancient pharaohs. But what if you find out that pyramids were once found in the unlikeliest of places? Antarctica? Yes, you heard that right. It turns out that a civilization once thrived in Antarctica, constructing pyramids to withstand the harsh environment of the region. Mainstream geologists have long been perplexed by how life could have possibly flourished in the extreme conditions of Antarctica. However, in 2016, scientists stumbled upon something intriguing. Satellite imagery captured a peculiar formation jutting out of the ice. Despite the remote and treacherous nature of the area, they believed it was evidence of a man-made pyramid. These structures had a striking resemblance to their Egyptian counterparts. But here's the kicker. The Antarctic pyramid is actually much larger than the Great Pyramid of Egypt. So why aren't we hearing more about it? Well, the truth is that scientists have been unable to physically access these pyramids. Consequently, the possibility arises that ancient human ancestors once inhabited and thrived in the icy continent of Antarctica. Sadly, all signs of their existence are now buried beneath the snow. Number 11. 5,000-year-old penguin graveyard. Whales, seals, albatrosses, seabirds, and penguins are the main residents of the South Pole, enduring its extreme conditions. In 2020, scientists made a remarkable discovery in the Ross Sea region of Antarctica. They stumbled upon a 5,000-year-old graveyard of Adelie penguins, shedding new light on the area's long-standing inhabitants. This region is known to house almost 1 million breeding pairs of Adelie penguins annually. The graveyard contained mummified and seemingly fresh remains of penguin chicks, as well as older fossils.
So there were these incredible fossils. We first discovered them in 2006 that started changing our ideas about penguin evolution,
indicating that the area has served as a penguin breeding ground for millennia. Radiocarbon dating revealed that the penguins occupied the site during 3 distinct periods, with the earliest dating back 5,000 years. The most recent occupation ended around 800 years ago, possibly due to the onset of the Little Ice Age. However, in time, the breeding ground may once again be filled with Adelie penguins, continuing the legacy that began 5,000 years ago. Before we continue, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to stay updated with our future videos. Number 10. 1 million-year-old DNA. In the frigid waters of the Scotia Sea, just north of Antarctica, a momentous breakthrough has been achieved by scientists. They have unearthed ancient DNA from deep-sea sediments, dating back an astonishing 1 million years. This extraordinary discovery represents the most ancient marine sedimentary DNA ever documented, commonly referred to as cDNA. So what exactly is cDNA? It can be likened to a molecular time machine, a cutting-edge technique that enables researchers to peer into the past and unravel the identities of past oceanic life forms and their time of existence. This revolutionary method is of utmost significance, as it provides insights into marine organisms that do not leave behind fossils, such as krill, a vital food source for Antarctic wildlife, including penguins, seals, and whales. To achieve this breakthrough, an international team, including scientists from the University of Tasmania and the University of Bonn, delved deep into the ocean's history, meticulously analyzing sediments collected during the IODP Expedition 382 in 2019. Stringent measures were taken to prevent contamination and ensure the authenticity of the ancient DNA they unearthed. Number 9. Shipwreck of Shackleton's Endurance. In Antarctica, the shipwreck of Sir Ernest Shackleton's Endurance has been discovered, marking a remarkable find in the history of polar exploration. The Endurance, famously used by Shackleton during his ill-fated 1914 to 1917 Imperial Trans-Antarctic expedition, became trapped in ice and eventually sank. The wreckage was recently located by a team of researchers exploring the Weddell Sea.
Off the coast of Antarctica, deep underwater, researchers have discovered the British ship called Endurance, the vessel that launched one of the most remarkable stories of survival and determination.
The remains of the ship lie in remarkably good condition, preserved by the freezing waters. This discovery offers a unique glimpse into the heroic and tragic story of Shackleton and his crew, who endured incredible hardships and ultimately survived against all odds. The shipwreck serves as a poignant reminder of the indomitable spirit and resilience displayed by these explorers in the face of extreme adversity. It also contributes to our understanding of early Antarctic exploration and the enduring legacy of Shackleton's expedition. Number 8. Wood-eating fungi scientists stumbled on a strange type of fungi that actually eats wood within the treeless landscape of Antarctica. And get this, they were chowing down on historical artifacts from the days of polar exploration. These fungi were observed deteriorating the wooden shelters erected by renowned adventurers such as Ernest Shackleton and Robert Scott more than a century ago. It is intriguing to note that these wood-consuming fungi managed to thrive despite the absence of any trees on the frigid continent for millions of years. Thank you for staying with us. On the activities at the IceCube Center, do you believe the government or heckler? Share your opinions with us in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, click the following video on your screen, and you will enjoy it.